Sacred Flesh is a religious horror softcore porno, and it's an extreme softcore porno at that. The plot is quite simple in this movie, as Mother Superior, the mother of this covenant, is basically recollecting all the sins that her fellow sisters have told her, and unfortunately each sin is about lust and sex, and the movie basically is just a play on sex and religion, and the horror part kind of comes from like the blood in it, the themes of it, blasphemy, and then there's this part at the end. And I had just recently watched the other films that this director did, so I thought it was just going to be an erotic film, but no, this is just a hardcore, softcore porno. It's extreme. And with that out the way, my review for Sacred Flesh. Really hard to review a porno, but I'm gonna try my best. So, the horror aspect of this movie is more mainly religion horror, as like it has to do with sin and like the devil trying to make you commit these sexual sins and stuff like that. There's some blood in it. The very end, like the last 5 minutes, was definitely more of like a horror movie compared to like the whole film. And if I kind of think about it, it is honestly probably as of now the best like erotic nudity horror movie I've seen, even though I feel like this was just kind of a porno and a lot of the horror aspect was just here or there. So I'm kind of waiting for a really good horror movie that's kind of like an erotic film, because I have yet to see that. And at the end, when it's basically the climax, tee-hee-hee, there is a spot, like I said, where it's definitely more like a horror vibe, and there's some lighting. It's just a movie that honestly is just a softcore porno, but not like a light one. There's definitely full-on vag. Honestly, the only thing you don't see is penetration, which is basically a porno. So my recommendation for Sacred Flesh, unfortunately I would not recommend this because I'm not trying to recommend people porno, and there just wasn't enough horror for me to even bypass the porno. Now maybe if this was just way more of like a horror movie, then maybe I would have considered recommending it, but religion and stuff like that is just already a kind of like sticky situation, so it's like Also, just a little side note, when I was looking up Sacred Flesh, just the DVD itself, not the collection with Visions of Ecstasy and the other movies, I seen someone say that Sacred Flesh is a cult classic horror movie, so I don't know. But yeah, I would not recommend it, but it was an interesting watch for sure.